Coming to you live from EverMedia Studios in Los Angeles, this is EverTalk Live. Woo!
Happy Friday, I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jessamine Moyer. This is EverTalk Live, coming to you live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. on EverTalk, available on Apple TV and Roku, and of course, streaming on all things social. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Sunshine is out again.
Oh, it feels good to be in California. I know, I'm still dressed like it's July, but hey, it's LA.
Well, you always look beautiful, Jazz. I love this look.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Special shout out to Dawn Starr for this one-of-a-kind unique piece. She does the raddest body chains. So if you're into this look, be sure to go to @DawnStar Collection.
Super cool. I could get some like pocket chains. I love the pocket chains.
Oh,
this is cool. I need to make maybe one that's a little thinner.
Pocket chain, body chain.
Yeah, the whole nine.
It's Friday.
It's Friday indeed.
We had an incredible show yesterday. I was so excited to go home and watch A Night Before Christmas on Netflix, starring Harry Jarvis.
Yeah, put you in the holiday mood right away, right?
Absolutely. The hair, Vanessa Hudgens.
And he was a genuinely charming guy in person. Really nice guy.
The best. Let's take a look at yesterday's rewind.
Happy Thursday, I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jessamine Moyer. This is EverTalk Live. Like one drink Jessamine is everybody's favorite. Details that out there going to survive the hangovers and the holidays.
Right.
I'll just be toasting with rosé.
There you go.
Today on Netflix with the star Harry Jarvis. Thanks for being here.
Of course, thank you guys so much for having me. I mean, Vanessa's fantastic, and she's really, really lovely.
The author of The End of Marketing is with us, Carlos Gill.
Social media, I think, is misunderstood. Well, you know, I mentioned DJ Khaled before.
Thanks to the Internet Map app. Thank you so much for being with us today, Mitra.
It's because of the stories you tell. You can just really drive yourself crazy about small things.
We are here with Dr. Susie Stevenson.
You know, I just want to see what will happen if I don't give up. You know, just being yourself, surrounding yourself with positive people.
Alloy Apparel, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you so much. Found their best success was selling to tall women.
Fantastic. Yeah, you know, I even learned something about social media in terms of just the organic posting. I don't think that was new to me, but certainly interesting, I think, finding ways to sort of be or deliver service, but in organic ways.
You finally organically posted like yesterday.
I know. Oh, man, I am a slow poster. I am.
That was so cute. I loved your pictures from Access. You looked like it was so much
You're
fun.
so sweet, Jazz.
So
oh my God.
We want more Rob Mack on Instagram.
Oh my gosh, I'm working on it. I do take notes from you. You're good about it. You know?
Heavy on the ish. Trying to be
Heavy
better.
on the ish.
I like the stories, but you know, it's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot. It's like, just feels like one more huge career that I have to focus on.
Well, special thanks to Carlos Gill for giving us those amazing tips. And Mitra and her mindfulness app. I love that story.
The Inner Map app.
Say that 5 times fast.
I know, my gosh, I had to practice that, by the way. Yeah, fantastic. And basically, the app shares stories or parables and lets you sort of learn mindfulness through the stories, right? That was so cool. Love that idea.
Absolutely. I learned mindfulness and happiness through your stories,
I
Rob.
appreciate that, Jess.
Well, we're very excited to welcome our special guest to the show. Happy Friday in the studio.
Happy Friday, guys.
What's going on?
Hey.
Still waking up back there.
That's
Yeah,
right.
we up.
We're so excited to welcome Dana back to the show. He is a rising artist, R&B, soul. Good morning, Dana.
What's going on? Good morning. I hope everybody's doing good.
Oh, we are so excited to know all about Familiar Strangers later in the show. But first, tell us, how are you waking up and staying woke?
Waking up and staying woke. I like to get up. It doesn't have to happen every morning, but I usually have a coffee if I'm kind of tired. I just usually check emails and kind of go to Instagram in the morning. A lot of people are kind of on their phone, so I get to my fans, actually get a lot of like important information to them in the morning. And yeah, read a little devotional and go sit in traffic. That's how I usually get started.
The rest of LA. Can appreciate that. You should get to listen to your own music in traffic.
Well, nominated for Best Pop Album from the San Diego Music Awards, we've got Karina Rose in the house. Good morning, Karina.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, we're so excited. This should be like Music Friday today.
Well, it's Friday Feels, right? So it does feel like music is the right thing to be
So, Karina,
celebrating today.
how do you wake up and stay woke?
So I have a morning ritual. I wake up, first thing I do is make a hot cup of tea with lemon and honey, and then I go out on my balcony and I just sit and relax and focus, kind of do a little meditation, visualization for the day.
Oh, I love it. What are you visualizing today?
Today I'm visualizing playing you my favorite song.
There it goes. All right.
Oh,
I feel like you may have done that before. Maybe visualized that one before.
Wow.
Well, thank you so much for being with us. Darren Lepari is in the house. He is an actor, he's a filmmaker, and he's next seen in 21 Bridges, opposite J.K. Simmons, Sienna Miller. What a cast.
Yeah, looks enthralling.
Good morning, Darren.
Good morning. Yeah, it's quite a cast. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so tell us, how do you wake up and stay woke?
Well, usually I'm waking up in Brooklyn, New York, which is flew in. So there is a hustle and bustle to that. So fortunately, I kind of live in a nice, picturesque, tree-filled neighborhood. So I like to get up and actually just walk around the neighborhood. Usually take my time, walk to a coffee shop. So that's kind of the thing. And then once I get there and have my coffee, then I can kind of relax and either process if I have an audition that day, or just thinking about, you know, walking back along that tree-lined street in a quiet, calm area and see what happens next.
Wow. All the way from the BK, we appreciate you coming in.
Cheers.
Aki Smith is in the house. She is the founder of Hope for Stomach Cancer. Good morning, Aki.
Good morning.
So tell us, how do you wake up and stay woke? What's your morning routine?
So I get woken up every single morning by my 2-year-old son. I'm actually jealous of people sitting in traffic, the hustle bustle, meditation, because I get none of that. I am very lucky if I don't have to put my coffee in the microwave. So that's how I wake up every single morning for the past 2 years.
Fantastic, I appreciate that. Traffic, yes, relative to the two-year-old waking you up, probably feels like a dream.
Such a dream. I was so happy today sitting in traffic. I was like, this is amazing.
Well, thanks for being with us and braving that traffic this morning. Isabel, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello. We're so grateful to have you here with us. Of course, many people might recognize you from American Idol. We're so excited. Really, so much incredible music since then.
Thank you. Thank you.
So tell us, how do you wake up and stay woke?
Okay, well, I sleep as long as I possibly can. I don't have kids yet, so I'm like, I'm going to enjoy it now while it lasts. And then honestly, I'm very OCD. I like to wake up clean and light candles. I need like to have like my zone. I'm sure like most of us artists, I know you don't get to do this, but we probably get to have like a little more of a relaxed morning, which is nice. We don't have like the crazy hustle bustle in the morning. So that's what I do in the morning, and I'm lucky to get to say that I could just relax in the morning.
Oh. Being the candle connoisseur that you are, do you have a favorite scent of candle?
Honey, I go to the dollar store.
There you go.
They got those dollar candles. That's right. And I light them all day and they last. So I like no scent, or I love like Christmas trees. I'm like that pumpkin spice girl. I'm all about it.
The pumpkin spice girl. There you go.
At the dollar store. Well, thank you for keeping it 100 with us. We look forward to continuing the conversation later in the show.
That is awesome. You know what I've been burning lately is the Ron Robinson candles we got. Oh, it's amazing. It smells so good.
The best. He has some incredible signature scents, of course, obviously available at Apothea or ronrobinson.com. Incredible. I'm a candle girl.
Yeah, are you?
Jess? Yeah. Absolutely. I'm one of those people who likes to light all the candles in the house, turn on the music. Even if I'm just home alone or I have a date or I'm watching a movie, I like candles.
I get that, totally.
Set the mood.
Yeah, and I noticed that you mentioned music, just like all of our guests. What are you playing now? Anything
oh my God, my playlist is so embarrassing. I don't have one.
Oh.
A huge problem, apparently.
So how do you get your music?
Right? Okay, so
Yeah.
I hit Google Play or I go on
Oh,
YouTube
okay.
or I'm old school Pandora.
I know.
So I've been requesting people send me their Spotify playlist. If you've got a favorite Spotify playlist, please let me know because I'm not cool enough. I was doing this photo shoot last week. They're doing this spread on me for the Code of Style magazine and they were like,
Oh, super awesome.
so awesome, right? When the photographer's like, oh, turn on your playlist. And I was like, I don't have a playlist. And they're like, no, just your music. And I'm like, I don't have any. Am I the only one?
See, that's not a testament to you not being cool enough. That's a testament to you being too cool because you're too busy out and about actually living your life than to just spend all your day creating playlists, Jessica.
Exactly. I'm a sucker for pop music. So the,
Yeah.
pop hits light on my Google Play.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. I use the Apple Music, and I'm sure there's a way to share the playlist. I have to do a little
please do,
research and
Rob.
share it with you. I've got a bunch of playlists. Yeah.
Oh,
Does
so
bring us to
true.
the topic of the day, though. Because I remember back in the day creating playlists for people that you were interested in.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Dating was a big
I
thing.
used to get those like homemade burn CDs hot off a Napster. We'd have 12 tracks. Oh, yeah.
Do I remember
exactly.
Napster? Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
Got shut
In
down.
fact, I still have some of those CDs. My car is old enough that it actually has a CD player, and I'm still listening. Thank you, Adam Kovac, for all of
I know.
those
Rest in
great
peace,
hits.
Napster.
No, but it's so interesting. It is holiday season, and people are in cuffing season.
Yeah.
You've
So,
heard this term before,
I've
right?
heard this term before. To me, it sounds really super insanely distasteful. Just the idea of being cuffed to someone kind of freaks me out, you know?
Well, what's interesting about it is these are the people that are happily single the rest of the year. But when the temperature drops, they want to heat things up, have a little warm body around, just really for November, December, and maybe the new year, and then bye.
Yeah, I think that's the sadness kicking in. That's literally the seasonal affective disorder. Sad. That's what happens, I think, too, is part of it, apparently.
Really?
Yeah, people get a little sad. You know,
I don't
there's
know.
not much sunshine. Like
I might be
vitamin
coming
D.
down with the cuffing disorder.
Are you? Are you feeling
I
right?
don't know.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
So, do you have a weekend of like hot dates lined up?
Rob, save that for Monday's show. I can't
Okay.
tell you everything.
Okay.
But follow me on Instagram. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, there's the stories.
No, I don't.
No.
I don't usually put my personal life
I know
on
you
the
don't.
socials.
Yeah.
I'm really private about that. But it is an interesting conversation. And you sent me an awesome article that was very telling about winter wanderlust.
Oh my goodness, yeah, and like the top cheating states and top cheating cities, right?
New Jersey and California.
Yeah, Jersey City was actually the
Number
Number one, yeah.
So these stats were according to Ashley Madison, which is one of the #1 married dating sites.
Yes.
So breaking it down, it's for people who are married, who are actually dating outside their marriage. And apparently this is really heating up in New Jersey and in California. Not in Los Angeles, though. So
Which
I was
is
amazed about
interesting,
that.
right? Because everybody in Los Angeles, of course, complains and feels very strongly that LA has to be at the top of the list.
Well, that's just because LA is non-committal. Everybody's got more boyfriends,
I agree.
so-
Like work generally comes first for probably most folks.
Oh, yeah. Including yours truly.
Well, yeah, that's why
right?
we're here right now.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting time.
It is an interesting time indeed. I'm seeing these like lists every now and then. I'm always sort of, I always wonder why that exactly is. It seems like a lot of the places that were like notable in sort of the top 10 to 20 were like, almost a little suburbia, like suburban, right? Some of them. I don't know. I feel like if you're in LA, I didn't see LA, I didn't see Miami, I didn't see Chicago, I didn't see New York City, I saw Jersey City, but interesting.
It is interesting. So if people are feeling lonely and feeling like they're coming down with the need to cuff
Yes.
this season, what do you recommend, Rob?
Well, I think you address the problem at the source. So often we want to find happiness in other people or find love in other people. And I think that most of us who have lived long enough realize that that doesn't work, at least not for long, right? And so I think, you want to check yourself and make sure that you're not sort of seeking relationships and seeking other people or even companions like from a place of loneliness and like desperation, like neediness, not only because it doesn't work, but also because it's just straight up desperate and needy, right? So that's the first thing. I think that's probably the most important thing.
Right.
We do know, like from a scientific perspective, that the happiest relationships consist of two happy people, like people that were independently happy before they started seeking love, right? And then they attract lovers from this place of self-love. So that's the one thing that I do know. I mean,
So get happy, you'll have a happier holiday than cuffing yourself to somebody you don't really like.
there you go, exactly. And then tell us how that works out.
And don't forget to send me your playlist. We'll stay tuned. We've got some great interviews coming up on EverTalk Live. Watch the stories of people changing the world. EverTalk TV, the Netflix of talk.
I can say to you guys is, remember you are not alone. It's that simple. Just keep remembering you are not alone.
We look good. No, you look good. All of us. We are so hot and humble. You know me, I gotta follow the light. Yeah, girl. It's all about that light. I saw that light over there. I said, this must be my light. What are we doing? You laugh, you story. Our producer's messing up the set. Security.
Thank you. That was awesome. I was like, are we going into infomercial? Where's the 1-800 number? I don't know how we need to have these bloopers. Well, there you have it. Yes. You guys can binge watch all of our episodes on upgradeyourlifetv.com and on the EverTalk app. Bye, guys. Bye.
EverTalk is #community powered, so we are excited to offer you a free 30-day subscription to explore the talk shows that will bring you timeless entertainment and evergreen conversations that will inspire, uplift, and empower you anytime, anywhere at EverTalk TV.
Your father died protecting this city.
Freeze, Dad! Halt!
He taught you to follow your conscience in an often cruel world.
What happened? We're staying 18 years. How many cops? 8. Why were they here? They responded to a robbery.
Shot fired! Shot fired! Officer down!
Automatic weapons, 2 shooters. They have training.
How old were you when your father's Captain King? I asked for you for a reason.
I will find out.
Police, out of the way! Move!
You're not gonna escape this island. You're the only cop tonight who speaks first and shoots second.
I will find out why the night happened.
Represent.
Oh, yes.
Wow, Darren Lampari.
Yeah.
Next scene in 21 Bridges. That looks hot.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just getting chills watching the trailer again. Yeah, it's a thrill ride. I saw it the other night at the premiere, and it's opening up today. It's really exciting.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Talk to us about the chills that you feel when you watch that, man. What do you think and what do you feel?
Well, just when I'm also a filmmaker, so just to see things put together, it's one thing when you're an actor and you're on set and, you're doing the work and things, and then to watch it come together, edited and the sound and the drama, but also just that experience of, because, sometimes you work on projects, you just don't know where they're gonna end up. And not that I knew that, Chadwick Boseman was attached from the very beginning, so I knew that there was gonna be an amazing cast that followed that. But just to have the release that it's having, and just fond memories of and now seeing the film in its entirety. And it is one of those films where you're hooked immediately and you kind of just go for the ride.
So tell us about the ride. What's the synopsis for 21?
Sure. So basically, 21 Bridges really opens up. The catalyst is there's a drug bust gone wrong where 8 cops, NYPD cops, are killed. So Chadwick Boseman is brought in to kind of get these killers, and his remedy is he closes the island. He closes all 21 bridges, then some tunnels, some ferries to really get these guys and make sure they don't cause any more harm. So I'm also brought in as Lieutenant Kelly to assist in the citywide manhunt. And J.K. Simmons, he's the captain, he's my guy. And he kind of sends me off, and I do my best to help out.
Yeah. What do you love about this character?
Oh, he's resilient. He's fearless. He's a walker, not a talker. It's exciting to play someone who really goes head first. And while he has personal stakes, and he has something to lose, he's a brave guy, and that's something that's admirable. And I wanted to honor that, and he's really trying to do what he can. And loyalty is. Is that
something that you resonate with personally? Was that part of your journey here to Hollywood?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, there is something, it's a nice thing that you say. There is something about kind of a drive to kind of move forward. And even if things might be a little afraid or kind of a lot might be in your way, to continue to just pursue and to take action and be proactive. So there is something that I did carry, for sure.
What was the moment that you really made the decision to pursue this, to kick this drive into high gear? This is
Yeah. You know, it was interesting. I actually went to film school, and many years ago, I came out here through my school to intern on the Bernie Mac show a long time ago, and I was working behind the camera. But I mean, I performed in high school here and there, but for whatever it was, I was working in the camera department, and I was watching all the actors in Bernie having so much fun, and for whatever it was, there was this kind of subconscious thing that happened where I was like, you know what? I gotta go for it. I want to be on that side of the camera. Yeah. I didn't neglect the other side, but that was really what I really got. You know, it was a lot was burning up inside, but that was one of the moments where I was like, and when I got back to New York, I said, you know what, I'm gonna start to train as an actor and to pursue that, and I've been doing that ever since, and just.
Yeah. So would you say it was resilience or hard work, or what would you say was the one personality trait that you've brought to bear on your career that's led to the success you're experiencing now?
Wow. I mean. It's kind of a thing where I know it's kind of, you hear it a lot, but passion. Yeah. It's passion, and it's also like, you know, you're doing this, you're not, you know, you're doing this for the long haul. This is what you love to do. This is your career. This is something that you're going to do until you don't want to do it anymore. And it's a thing where, I know I'm a big Rocky fan.
Yeah, I'll do it, Rocky.
Okay, and there is something where he says in one of them where it's like, it's not about how, it's not about how hard you can hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. You know, that's how kind of winning is done. It's not about winning, but it's about kind of like it's all about personal victory for me. Yeah. And it's not about, you know, I think a lot of us, you know, I think we're just ingrained, you know, people, it's nice to seek validation, but what are your personal victories? How do you, again, it's that personal success that I'm sure you both have as well.
Yeah, that's huge, man. Especially this day and age, I think what we know scientifically, people are much more focused on like extrinsic motivation, extrinsic reward, and getting the likes, and they're not as much tapped in and dialed into the actual passion. Yeah. Right? And so how did you obviously were very clear in the beginning, but have you had to revisit what it is that drives you?
Oh,
in
yeah.
this business? Yeah.
Yeah, sure, because I think, you know, people can get sidetracked, or I can get sidetracked sometimes, especially when you start to get a big role like this, or, you know, oh wow, the opportunity, what else comes in? It's like, you start to think, okay, well, what comes next? But then it's like, well, wait a second, let's not think about, because now I have more opportunities for different roles and opportunities I didn't have. So, but now I'm thinking, okay, well, I had to catch myself, well, let me do my personal work, and let me do it, you know, and not think about what could. It's just, you know, just enjoy the process and the journey. And the other day I was kind of a little stressed about something. It all worked out, but I was like, well, why am I stressed out about this? I'm gonna be doing this until I can't do this anymore. Yeah. Why am I worried about tomorrow when I'm gonna be doing this for 40 more years, or whatever it might be?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's gonna be, I'm like, why am I, and then it just really helped me just kind of relax and just be like, just kind of enjoy.
Yeah, like I'm cuffed to this career forever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
They won't matter,
talking
you know.
about cuffing season,
Yeah.
right? You know?
Yeah.
I'm cuffed to, yeah.
Cuffed to the career, cuffed to the movie, literally.
Exactly.
Cuff to the dream. Well, thank you so much, and congratulations,
thank
Darren.
you
We're
so
so
much.
excited for you. Please tell everyone where they can follow your personal journey and, of course, see the film.
Thank you. Sure. Of course. It's Instagram, you mean?
Yeah,
oh, sure. I'm at the real Darren Lapari, at real Darren Lapari. DarrenLapari.com is my website, and you can see the film in theaters nationwide. Opens today.
Oh, big day.
All right. Yes.
Big day.
So come on, check it out.
Congratulations,
Thank you so
Darren.
much. Cheers.
We're so excited.
All
Stay
right.
tuned. Back with more on EverTalk Live.
All right. Thank you.
People changing the world. EverTalk TV, the Netflix of talk.
All I can say to you guys is remember you are not alone. It's that simple. Just keep remembering you are not alone.
EverTalk is #community powered, so we are excited to offer you a free 30-day subscription to explore the talk shows that will bring you timeless entertainment and evergreen conversations that will inspire, uplift, and empower you anytime, anywhere at EverTalk TV.
Good enough or worth it might be cliche, but it's about who we are, not what we wear or what we weigh. Who we are, not who we love or where we pray. You can't fix what's unbroken. Don't try. Cover me up or color me in. No, you can't fit circles in squares. Don't try. Cover me up or color me in. No.
Welcome back to EverTalk Live. We are here with Isabel, and I just have to say that video is so incredibly
Thank you.
Powerful.
I didn't even say what it was. Maybe it's like incredibly terrible.
No,
You gotta wait for it.
I mean, I'm just so inspired by your
Thank
journey
you.
and how authentic you've been throughout everything. I mean, even just from American Idol to where you're at now. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful. I think that when you figure out what your passion is and you know that you're authentically living it and living your truth, there's no better place to be in, whether things are bad or good or going on. And I feel like I found that in the music that I'm making. Like every song that I make is like very authentic and true to things I've been through, what I'm going through, and like real life. Nothing that I put out is, like life is sugar coated. And those songs are great, and those songs are great to have. But I think my purpose is to bring music that people are really experiencing and going through.
So I've got to ask, Honest Man.
Yes.
The new single. Like, was there an inspiration? What's the story behind it?
So my song Honest Man is basically about, growing up in a household, which I know a lot of us have not grown up in households that were functional or positive or honestly just healthy. And I grew up in a family where, there was a lot of love, but there was also not the best example of what you should look for in a relationship. And so I wrote Honest Man about, being able to find that. And the song and the video that's about to come out is all about like going back and telling your younger self, like, it's gonna be fine, you're gonna be fine, and you're going to find happiness, so.
Is that the greatest message you think you would share with your younger self?
I think so. I mean, I think when I was a little girl, I was like, no, it doesn't exist because I've never seen it. And for me, a really important thing for me in my career is to inspire younger girls and to just help the younger generation realize that, it's everything's inside of you, and that everything is going to turn out okay. Everything's going to be fine.
I've got to ask though, because I can relate to that, not wondering or believing if it really exists, that love, that relationship. When did you, as an adult, change that script for yourself?
Well, growing up, I was the girl who sang. Music was everything. I sang since I was a little girl, that blah, blah, blah. But I think that I kind of neglected relationships and love and all that because I really, I had a really painful childhood through it. And so I didn't have boyfriends, and I didn't really have, I didn't have my first kiss until I was like 20. So for me, it was all like music. I don't want to deal with that. And then a really special person happened to just come into my life and show me what it should be. And I just got really lucky, and I'm one of those annoying people. Like, I just got really lucky. But that's kind of how it happened for me. I wasn't really looking for it. It just kind of came to me.
Yeah. How did this sort of really severe and challenging experiences as a child serve you in your career now?
I think that it's writing the story of my career now. I think that I would have nothing to give if I hadn't been through all of the stuff that I've been through in the past with my parents and with just growing up, as a girl with a lot of curves. All those things are now coming out in my music with Unlabeled that you just saw. That's all about like moving out to LA and being judged for my body and not for what I can give with my voice and my heart and my music. And so that was kind of like the first step of the path, saying, okay, I'm out here for what reason? I'm out here to share my truth and say it's okay to be different. It's okay to be who you are. And then also, it's okay to go through a terrible childhood. Most of us have been through a not great childhood, and social media and all those things sugarcoat so much that I think it's important for me to just be truthful.
Love that. I also love that as a recording artist, you're just so conscious and positive. And so where does that inspiration and that positivity come from? And when you feel challenged, where do you find it again?
I think we all feel at times in a lull. uninspired. Days where you're just like, I don't have anything to give you today.
So I'm gonna light this dollar store candle.
Honey, gotta get those dollar store candles. If you missed it, go back, because that was good. So you gotta light your candles, you gotta get in the mood. I don't know why I feel the need to inspire so much through my music, and that's an interesting question, because it's like, for me, I love to sing, I've always loved to use my voice, but I guess I want people to understand, especially, younger people, that, when you look at life, especially, I didn't grow up with Instagram, I didn't grow up with Facebook, and so much that's being seen right now is, you're not good enough, this is what you should be. And I feel this need inside of me to say, no, like, what you have, nobody else has, and I want to share that that's what's important.
Who's inspired you the most along this journey?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, well, my mom, I love my parents so much. As far as music goes, there are so many incredible artists. My favorite is Celine Dion.
Yeah.
I love those powerhouse vocals.
Boy,
She's always been.
Timeless.
She's timeless, and if you look into the person that she is, she's so humble and really genuinely is a good person and love what she does.
Her song Imperfections right now.
Yes.
That's like my ballad.
Yeah.
Him in the car.
It's
like,
great.
Meditate to that.
She's reinvented herself so many times. She's an incredible person to look up to.
So what's next for you, Isabel?
Just putting out, I have 6 more singles that are be coming out in the next couple of months. 6.
There you go. Grind
and
it out.
and then all of them will go on an album, and then I'll be touring next year in April. So I'd love for anyone to come out to the shows. I have a big mouth, not just in my
and
singing.
Big voice.
Big voice. And I love performing. It's my favorite thing in the world. So, my message, I just want to keep spreading positivity and truth and doing what I love.
Yes.
Well, we want to support you on the entire way. Please tell everyone where they can find and follow your journey.
At Isabel Music, and it's LLE, so BELLE. Yeah, I just almost spelled my name wrong. Music. Yeah, there you go.
Well, thank you so much. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more at EverTalk Live. The stories of people changing the world. EverTalk TV, the Netflix of talk. EverTalk is hashtag community powered, so we are excited to offer you a free 30-day subscription to explore the talk shows that will bring you timeless entertainment and evergreen conversations that will inspire, uplift, and empower you anytime, anywhere at EverTalk TV.
Some of the things that I can't be, clearly I can't see. It was you. Yeah, it's stupid self.
Welcome back to the show, Dana Vaughn's rising R&B soul artist. I loved that video.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about what you've been up to. I mean, you've been so busy.
I have been. A lot of things, honestly. I'm doing this tour called the Eyes on Me tour with Jordan Jones. She's a socialite artist, dancer I've actually known since we were kids, like 10 years old. But we actually just got back from the East Coast. We did Boston, New York, and Philly. Did LA last night. We got San Diego on Sunday. So that's been like the most recent thing. But like you just heard on Cupid is the song. I dropped Familiar Strangers, my first EP. It's been doing great. Honestly, the fans have just taken it to where it needs to do, and it's Actually, in the last week, I've got more calls from, like legitimate, people and companies and things like that than that I've been, praying for a while. So it's actually just been a great end of last quarter this year.
It'll be super exciting. You're a Pittsburgh native, really,
Yeah.
Uniontown, huh?
Yeah, Uniontown. Shout out. I don't know if anybody's from Uniontown.
I grew up down the street from Uniontown,
Yeah.
so I know a little bit about it. So what's this journey for you like now? Like looking back, thinking, oh man, I'm from Uniontown, which is a small town really, and now just touring the world and doing what you do. I mean, what's that?
It's great. I came out to LA in 2008 and I was 10 years old, so I definitely knew it was a long journey. I wasn't out here when the quick success was really even kind of possible. So I'm glad that wasn't part of my reason of moving out here or doing what I'm doing. But it's just great to see, my family's still back there. We still have the struggles of, being in the greater Pittsburgh area. So it's just great to, be able to do what I do, inspire my little cousins, and my grandma's out here for Thanksgiving. So just be able to do better for me and do better for them, because those opportunities don't exist over there. So it's just a blessing.
You've been performing alongside some of the biggest artists of our time. Cardi B, Kanye West. What have you learned from them, and how have they inspired you in your style?
I think more than anything, than a direct inspiration of my style or whatever. Shout out Kanye. I got the Yeezys in my crib. But beyond that, I just strive to have the same work ethic, if not better. I feel like that's got me to the point that I am now, and I'm not bullheaded, but I also just a lot of people don't know what my capacity is, so if I'm moving at this rate, it's not like I'm not being a jerk, I'm not doing this, but this is how I move, you know what I'm saying? So they do a great job of that as well. So I'm just trying to really just stick to my gut and don't over push my own boundaries, but at the same time make sure people around me can move at the same pace.
Love that. Is there anything that's sort of been unexpected, along the journey, along the path, anything good or bad that you just didn't, was a surprise to you?
I can say even the fact that I'm out here doing it by myself is really it was a surprise alone. I was in a boy group prior, and we did a fairly successful tour, shout out the Fivers. It was called I'm Five. But, to be able to stand on my own and, finally put out my first project after about a year and a half, my fans just going through it with me. I dropped singles, videos, and just to, have them really dive into it. And just this last week I was in New York, I did a press run in Tidal, SoundCloud, Elle Magazine, certain things like that, and just to have everybody be really receptive. And even though I might not be the biggest artist, out there in the world, people are really respecting it and saying okay, you actually have something that's kind of special and offering that a lot of people aren't even doing nowadays because they're not in it from the ground up. So,
you've had over 3 million streams just on Spotify.
Yeah, thank you.
Alone. Congratulations.
I
Because
appreciate it.
you've worked so incredibly hard.
I have been working hard. It's just great to see it come out. I'm not I don't force myself to be humble like I truly am. I feel to a degree. I feel like
not a fake humility.
Yeah, to a certain point, I'm I need to be a little more nah, go get that. You know what I'm saying? But I just honestly let my work speak for me. That's what I think at the end of the day is what you should do. A lot of days people are just very loud, and that helps sell their music, which is because they love the personality, which is fine. But that's not what I'm doing.
Well, we can also look forward to you being on the screen, right? Rumor has it, Mindy Kaling.
Yeah, Mindy Kaling. Kaling. But comes out next year. Yeah, it's a new Netflix series. Everybody's oh, I don't know how much info I can give, but I am on the show. I'm a recurring role. I got 4 or 5 episodes on that.
It's gonna be lit.
It's gonna be great. I'm telling you, this is my first time being on Netflix, and just Mindy is so incredible, and her and Lang Foster wrote it as well. She wrote 30 Rock, and just a whole great cast in front of the camera and behind, and it was really fun to be on set. Honestly, it's my first comedy, so to be able to kind of ad-lib in between some things, and it's just they really let you make the character who you want to make it. So it was great.
It's been hard, sort of figuring out the business part of it, or is that something that came easily to you and kind of organically?
I think it's came to me easier than most. I feel like I have a great father my parents aren't in the entertainment industry at all, but he definitely has, ever since I've been little, raised me with how to handle money, how to check and balance my own account, I've been, not that they don't help me, they pay me with a place to live, but besides that, I've been paying for my own clothes since I was 13, pay my own phone, I have a good routine when it comes to how I handle my money and my time and things like that. Of course, things get difficult, I need to, reach out to advisors, I see have managers and things like that. But at the end of the day, I feel like it's you can't sell yourself short. And I feel like a lot of times people are, when you're hungry for an opportunity, it's easy to go for any bone that's thrown, but just don't feel bad about coming back with a counter offer, just at least once.
Yeah.
Even if you're a newbie, because people will try to buy you for cheap. And that's, you know, the dude down the street cuts the grass for $10. He comes back next week saying 15. He's like, what's going on?
Yeah.
So you don't want to sell yourself short too early, because then you'll kind of cap yourself out.
That's right. You set a precedent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
Oh, that's great
so
advice.
good. Well, I'm so
Thank
excited
you.
for all that is to come for you. Please tell everyone where they can find and follow your journey.
At Dana Vaughns, DanaVaughns. I'm not Vince Vaughn. Familiar Strangers is out on all platforms. If you're in San Diego on Sunday, pull up to the House of Blues. I'll be there.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
guys.
Back with more on EverTalk Live. House of Blues. Watch the stories of people changing the world. EverTalk TV, the Netflix of talk.
Even a first date, I think it's a really good idea. Like, hey, I'm really into feet. I do think when it comes to fetishes like that, maybe that helps people match up, because the foot licker and the person who likes their feet licked are going to be a good match.
But they might not mind that thing so much. But if you just come out and be like, yo, I like to lick feet, that
Maybe it's a person that really likes their feet licked.
yeah. So this guy's going, hey, I want to lick your feet.
If it's a person looking for a serious relationship and they just really like feet, hey baby, I saw that open-toed picture of you and like your feet look really lovely.
Yeah.
Be prepared for a response if the other person is not into it, and when you say you want to lick their feet. How far does that go for you? Are you on foot fetish sites every day and you don't go to work because you're so consumed in it? Foot fetish is actually like a common
Yeah.
So something like a foot fetish, a lot of times it's a more submissive man. By the way,
Yeah.
I like your feet. Maybe not the way to go.
EverTalk is #community powered, so we are excited to offer you a free 30-day subscription to explore the talk shows that will bring you timeless entertainment and evergreen conversations that will inspire, uplift, and empower you anytime, anywhere at EverTalk TV. Our love is freedom. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. Good to be here.
Congratulations, nominated for one of the best pop albums from San Diego Music Awards.
Thank you.
Huge. So tell us a little bit about your journey.
Gosh, well, I've been singing a long time, picked up guitar so I could book myself my own gigs. And that's been a fun process. I also teach music. And a few years ago, I decided to start making albums and just kind of embrace my gift and not hide behind it anymore.
Yeah, did you feel like you were doing that for a long time? You were sort of hiding behind it?
Yeah, I think many creative people, I judged myself and was comparing myself to other people, but it's just great when you finally get to the point where you just want to give and share, and nothing can stop you anymore because it's coming from your heart, so you just have to do it.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, can you speak to that freedom a little bit? Like once you really embrace yourself as an artist, the freedom that you felt?
Absolutely. Well, this most recent album speaks actually directly to a lot of my friends that were going through relationship issues, and myself included. So I just felt like, wouldn't it be beautiful if you could find a love that makes you feel free? And then that also ties into like humanity, feeling love and having a sense of freedom, and the universe and just everything feeling free and love. And so it was all, to me, it really felt right.
Yeah, I just love that night. That's been my experience. Like if love isn't free, then it's not love, right? It feels
Exactly.
Like, so I wonder about that, with you. Do you feel more free now that you're doing what you most love?
Absolutely. It can also be a struggle, but I have to remind myself to be kind to myself and to remind myself of what my mission is. And every time I sing my songs, it reminds me. And then I can remind whoever's listening or who's in the audience or who's streaming or whatever. So it works both ways. It's really great.
What is your mission?
The mission is to spread love and positivity in the world through my gift.
Yay!
It's a good feeling, right?
Yeah, it's like emotional just to say that, because for so many years, just hiding and not having to hide anymore, it feels good.
Was there anybody that sort of helped you step outside of that shell, or anything that helped you, step into your power and share your gifts?
Yeah, and this is gonna sound like a big promo, but honestly, the Landmark Forum, and also Agape here in Culver City.
Michael Beckwith?
Yeah, so those two things really were the catalyst. Yeah. And from doing those, the program, the forum, and also going to Agape and reading a lot and seeking out spiritual mentors and coaches, really I was like, wow, like I've got one life to live, like I've got to do this.
Yeah, and at no point you've never revisited that decision. You've always been.
I mean, no, it's
a roller coaster.
The daily, the human experience, right? So it's our spirituality is only as strong as our daily practice. So I try to sing and play every day, and focus on positivity every day, and then be kind to myself when it's not happening, because that's real.
Absolutely, it's key.
Well, we're excited that you're going to play for us today, but before you do, please tell everyone where they can find and follow you and get your music.
Karina Rose Music is my Insta, and you can stream at your favorite streaming platform, whether that's Apple Music or Spotify or Tidal, Deezer, any of those. I do have like the physical CDs still, because some people still like this.
I still like a CD.
Sure do.
Yeah. It's like books. Like you don't need the physical book anymore. You can read it on your phone, but it's nice to have a physical copy.
Absolutely.
And I'm also leaving tomorrow for a tour, going to Flagstaff and Albuquerque.
That's exciting.
So I'm excited about that.
All
right. Congratulations. Play for us if you will.
All right. And I'm gonna play you It Takes Love, and you saw a clip of that video, and I shot that video on my rooftop.
Oh, nice.
With the band, so this is the acoustic version. So here we go. It takes love to give love. I got plenty of. It takes love to give love. I got plenty of. It takes love to give love. I got plenty of. It takes love to give love. I wanna give you all I got. And we all need to breathe. And we all need to feel peace. And we all need to feel joy. And we all need to eat healthy. And we all need compassion and trust, and we all need a spiritual practice. We got to be part of our own evolution. If we just do what's been done, we'll only get what we already got. It takes love to give love. I got plenty of. It takes love to give love. I got plenty of. It takes love to give love. I got plenty of.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much,
Amazing.
Karina.
Thank
Stay tuned.
you.
We're back for more on EverTalk Live. You watch the stories of people changing the world. EverTalk TV, the Netflix of talk.
Hey guys, I'm Erin Ziering, and this is the Housewives of Hollywood. I have my good friend here, Tammin Zersak, and I'm going to ask her a few rapid-fire questions.
Okay, let's
Are you
do
ready?
it.
All right. So if you were going to have one video go viral, what would it be of?
The birth of my baby? I don't know. Is that weird?
No, but vagina or no vagina?
She just came out of my stomach. So like, I mean, I don't know. That's kind of the coolest video I've ever got. Is like her coming out of my stomach.
I like it. Let's make it go viral then. Let's have it right now. All right, cravings.
Pineapple, sparkling water, and rice pudding.
All together, mixed.
Sure.
All right. What is the most nostalgic thing to you?
My parents.
I like that. It's so
Yeah,
sweet.
their smell.
When is it okay to lie?
To your child about Christmas. Elf on the Shelf. I'm like, oh.
It's all good. Is make sure to tune in, watch my episode with Tammin talking all about pregnancy, sex. It's gonna be good.
Bye. EverTalk is #community powered, so we are excited to offer you a free 30-day subscription to explore the talk shows that will bring you timeless entertainment and evergreen conversations that will inspire, uplift, and empower you anytime, anywhere. and EverTalk TV. Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to EverTalk Live. I'm very honored to welcome Aki Smith to the show. She is the founder of Hope for Stomach Cancer Network, and we have two survivors with us here, Seema and Jason. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Aki, I'd love for you to share with us your personal journey and why you started this network.
So I'm going to talk really fast, and you can slow me down. But I actually started Hope for Stomach Cancer in 2016. My dad was diagnosed in 2013. There were no resources and no navigations for us, and they told us he was going to die. I spent a lot of time crying, and once I got through that, I found a good team of doctors, and here he is 6 years later. As I get more involved in this space, I meet amazing survivors and warriors, and I'm here because of them. My dad is clinically cured. He has a lot of toxicity from treatment, and it's been a struggle. But really what we're finding is that younger patients are being diagnosed, some of their symptoms are being ignored, and it's a very deadly cancer. I mean, it's the third deadliest cancer in the world, and unfortunately in the United States, it's being diagnosed way too late.
Wow. So what's that about? Why do we have so much more stomach cancer at such earlier ages now? Is it food? Is it lifestyle?
I think it contributes to a little bit of both, environmental, but also there's a bacteria that goes around called H. pylori, which goes undetected. What a lot of people don't know is that in the United States, 1 out of 2 people have it. And if not treated and not eradicated, it can eventually turn into stomach cancer. Wow. And I think that in itself is one of the biggest issues that we have inside the States, whereas other countries like Japan or Korea, they get checked for the H. pylori and stomach cancer screenings before the age of 40. So they have a higher cure rate, whereas in the States, believe it or not, the overall survival rate for stomach cancer is 30%. Wow. So you're meeting 2 survivors right here. In your lifetime, you'll probably meet 1 more, and the 7 others have passed away. And that's the reality of it.
That's incredible. And as far as I understand, because I've had some stomach issues myself, that H. pylori is pretty easily remedied, right?
Yes,
correct.
antibiotics.
Yeah, antibiotics.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a tough regimen, don't get me wrong, but yes, I mean, you could take some antibiotics for, 2 weeks or have to do 2 sessions of it and, and eradicate it from your body and not have to deal with it, not have to deal with stomach cancer or, surgeries and chemo and radiation and so on. So.
But the bigger problem is how do we get to the point where it becomes accessible to the patient that goes into the doctor, right? So the screening for it is, a lot of times you go in and you get misdiagnosed, even with the H. pylori. So you get diagnosed with GERD. For example, I was diagnosed with GERD for almost a year before I was diagnosed with stomach cancer. I had to beg my doctor to send me to a specialist to get screened because I was only 32 when I was diagnosed. His exact words were, "There's no way you have cancer. So you're too young." And I ended up having cancer. And I think Erasima's story is almost identical to mine.
Yeah, I was diagnosed at 34, with a cancer that doctors look at you at such a young age and think, this is a cancer of a 60-year-old or, 70. There's no way, you're going to have cancer. You have a slow stomach or acid reflux. So we're really just trying to bring it to light to people, that is something very serious, and we just want to prevent it or bring more awareness to the disease.
So how has Aki and this network supported each of you in doing that?
Well, for me, she's created a space to share my story and to try to help other people along in this journey. Because you can't do it alone. I mean, our family helps, but they don't really understand everything that we're going through in that process, and we're trying to be positive for them, but we really need somebody to understand our journey as well. So it's been nice, to call and have somebody to.
Yeah, and to chime in on that, the interesting thing about stomach cancer is 20,000 people get diagnosed in Los Angeles alone. So it's 20,000 people. it's hard to find a network out there because it's a cancer that nobody likes to talk about because it really like deteriorates the person. So I feel it's a cancer that's hidden, you know. Aki was like the first one there for me when I was diagnosed that had any type of structure and that had a group for support. So, you know, we try to give back to that community as well too by spreading their awareness and also being there for other patients that are newly diagnosed, not only for the ones that are diagnosed, but also for the ones that survive with survivor's guilt, you know, as well too. So Aki's been a huge help with that.
Is that something that you two experience? That survivor's guilt?
Oh yeah. It's really bad. It's horrible.
Yeah, it's real. It definitely is something that, you know, I mean, you have to remember, 7 out of 10 people die. Why were we the lucky 2 with 1 more you're probably going to meet in your lifetime that survived?
Yeah. And you no longer have a stomach?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's one of the questions that people usually tend to ask. How do you eat? You know, we eat normal, just smaller portions. We eat probably the way that we were supposed to eat to begin with.
Supposed to be eating. Correct.
So we eat small meals 6 times a day. You know, you try to eat 6 times a day. Our weight maintains about the same, right? We probably won't ever gain weight, and it's important that we don't lose weight. But I mean, life is good without a stomach.
Yeah. I mean, I think. For both of us, if I can speak, I think that was the scariest thing. You know, you hear from the doctor, oh, you know, we're going to do a complete gastrectomy. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
What does that mean? What does that mean? What does my lifestyle look like? You know, and I think for us, we're just trying to say we're here. You can do it. You know, you find your new normal, right? And have hope for other people who are scared when they hear those words as well.
Yeah. So for those folks out there who want to discover their new normal, or maybe get over the fear and also connect with the community, where can they find you guys and how can they get involved?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I'll talk. They could just find us on Instagram or on our website. It's stocan.org, STOCAN.org.
Fantastic.
So.
Thank you for sharing your stories.
Thank you for having us. Yeah,
we appreciate it. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more on EverTalk Live.
Happy Friday. Thanks so much for tuning in to EverTalk Live on this Friday Feels. Amazing day.
Yes, Friday. What incredible guests.
Oh my gosh. Today. Each one inspiring in their own unique way. I think was kind of really overwhelmed by the positivity, the inspiration, and of course the music.
Oh,
just a bit.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I've obviously been a fan of Isabel's for a long time, since American Idol, and she has just continued to be so incredibly authentic in her journey and her self-expression through her art and her music. It's really cool to be able to have her on the show.
Absolutely. Then it was so cool and smooth.
Oh, right?
Good way to slide into the weekend.
Exactly. Let's take a look at today's Rewind.
Coming to you live from EverMedia Studios in Los Angeles, this is EverTalk Live.
Yeah. Finding ways to sort of be or deliver service, but in organic ways.
I am very lucky if I don't have to put my coffee in the microwave.
Honey, I go to the dollar store.
There you go.
They got those dollar candles.
LA has to be at the top of the list.
Well, that's just because LA is not committal.
Like neediness, not only because it doesn't work, but also because it's just Straight up desperate.
Oh, Darren Lampari,
Yeah.
next scene in 21 Bridges.
It's not about how hard you can hit, it's about how hard you can get hit.
We are here with Isabel.
My purpose is to bring music that people are really experiencing and going through. Moving out to LA and being judged for my body and not for what I can give.
Dana Vaughn's rising R&B soul artist.
Great to be able to do what I do, inspire my little cousins. The fact that I'm like out here doing it by myself is really it was a surprise.
Nothing can stop you anymore because it's coming from your heart, so you just have to do it. And we all need compassion and trust, and we all need.
Very honored to welcome Aki Smith to the show. She is the founder of Hope for Stomach Cancer.
Yes, I love it. Nothing can stop you if you're coming from the heart. Love that, right? It's important to remember.
What we do.
I do too, Jess. Really lucky every day. I think about the jobs I've had in the past that were absolutely horrible, like horrible. And then I look now and I'm like, I can't believe this is what I get to do every single day. I'm so deeply grateful to you, to Andy, to Nicole, to Alex, to Sabrina, to all the folks that work here at EverTalk Live.
Yes, make this dream a reality. Thank you. And thank you for tuning in. If you want to catch today's episode, you can watch the replay of the Rewind or the entire show at EverTalk, available on Apple TV and Roku, or tune in live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. on All Things Social.
That was fire, Jez. The replay of the Rewind. Amazing. Love the alliteration. Guys, we'll see you Monday. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great weekend on purpose.
Yes. Happy Friday.
Yes, it is.